Hello and welcome to the first no load time of 2024. My name is Robert Velez, and with me is the most interesting man in the world, Joel Young.
What's good? No load time. Happy New Year.
I guess, right? We're never late for that.
Never,
I
no,
don't know
no.
what the rules of etiquette regarding so the celebration of New Year is, but Happy New Year, guys.
Yeah. First one of the year. 1124. That's the day that we are live right now broadcasting this.
Yeah. Again, thank you guys for joining. If it's your first time, welcome. If you're returning, welcome again. Thank you for sticking with us. Yeah, first, good to be back. Took a
Yeah.
really good break. A couple weeks to relax and kind of plan out. I mentioned you off topic about me having an Apple Note that's like a dissertation. I did. I see. One of my goals for this year is to be a little bit more organized. So I did start an Apple Note with stuff that I want to do in 2024 on all the time, and it looks like some of that stuff may be happening. So, hey, you know what? That's good. That's good. But Joel, how are you, man? Good to see you. How things going on your end?
Yeah. Life's been busy. I can't speak about it. Not that I can't, but I won't speak about it on here too much. But changes are coming. But my personal, you'll see some stuff changing as well. They'll reflect on the show. It might be a new background in a month here, so we'll
Oh,
see how that goes. But
yeah.
yeah, it's really exciting stuff for sure. But look, I'm so glad I had a great time off from when we did. And there he goes. When we had our break for from Christmas time through New Year's, where we are now, and really got to spend that time to catch up with some family and have a little bit of downtime. Not too much. It's been extremely busy, as
Right,
you
right,
know, to
right.
the point that there's a lot of things that I've wanted to do, but it's for
Yeah.
good reasons. It's all good, guys. Nothing bad at all. But look, with that being said, some of the immediate updates I could give as we jump in here is some of the stuff that I got to see, spending time with the fam. I was able to actually catch up on the last of the Snyderverse films, the Aquaman
Okay,
2.
yeah. Tell me about that, sir.
It's not good. It's not good. It's not good.
Okay.
Aquaman's still a bro,
Okay.
which is consistent with what they've done, but very like how like the Fast and Furious movies and these kind of things where like it just starts to become very goofy and not so much, not that it needs to be serious, but loses a little bit of its core and its overall end goal. And I think for a story that's supposed to be as heavy of literally the entire kingdom and the legacy of the kingdom is at stake, like that's the whole point of they have to find this lost kingdom. And um I understand you need to have a balance of levity. I think DC for a long time was too dark, but also now this was one of those ones that went too much to another side where it needed to be honed in a little more.
Hmm.
As I look back, Obed, I think for 2023 DC had a really bad year, but if I had to put out like power rankings,
Okay.
let's see here. What am I'm missing one of the good ones. Uh cuz at the bottom is definitely going to be it's going to be like Shazam and Blue Beetle. Those are probably going to be towards the bottom. What else came out? We have Flash.
Right.
What else am I missing that came out? There's something
DC,
else.
Aquaman, and then
Shazam,
that
Flash.
was it.
That was it.
Those four,
Blue
right? Sam,
Beetles.
Blue Beetle, Flash, and Aquaman. Yeah, those are
Those
the
are the only
four.
ones. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Flash probably is the best one out of all of them, and then you
Right.
got right behind it. You probably have Flash, Aquaman. Like this one, I'll put it actually above. I'll
Oh,
put this
above
above Blue
Shazam and Blue
Beetle.
Beetle. Okay.
I'll put it
Okay.
above Blue Beetle and Shazam.
Wow. All right.
Shazam, the first half is actually good, and then it gets really bad, like
Okay.
unwatchably bad.
So it's like the
And
opposite of
then
Love and Thunder, where the
right,
first half is insufferable, and then it gets
it
good.
pays off.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, it's like the opposite of that.
Okay.
And then Blue Beetle, throughout, it just didn't have anything that gave me a hook. It's just like this is a superhero, didn't get me. But then at least with this one, like the villain's awesome. Black Manta's great, and there's some really good action sequences. But yeah, I think Flash is still the top one. But yeah, that's one of the ones I saw there.
Cool.
Obed, did you finish What If?
No, episode 4.
Okay. So I
Yeah.
finished What If. I won't talk spoilers then
Okay.
about it, but all in all, yeah, the episode they showed us at Comic-Con, which is I can't remember what number it is, but it's what if Captain Carter fought the Hydra Stomper? Still the best episode.
Okay. Like so
And
far, the episode 4 to me was the best one.
interesting.
With Stark going to space,
Oh,
like
okay.
getting stranded.
Yeah.
That was I think that was
Okay.
fun. I didn't like the Christmas one. It was
Me
just
either.
too much. It was too much. It was just
Yeah.
nonstop. It was like, oh,
I feel
this
like a
doesn't
fan
stop.
fiction,
Yeah.
not in a good way.
It was just too much, and I think the Peter one was good. The when
Hmm.
Peter comes down and the
That's
like
good.
80s Avengers have to fight him. That was actually kind of neat. Yeah,
That was
I
good.
kind of like that.
That's a good What If.
Yeah, that was good. That was good. But I like the Stark one. I think it was like the humor was on point. It was good action. The pacing was good. But then that Christmas one, man,
What
like
about
it
the
was
first one though? The Nebula one was
the
good.
One was good.
I
The
like the
Nova
Nebula
stuff was
one.
good.
Yeah.
It was more of a heist thing that was going on there,
Yeah.
and that was kind of cool. Yeah, yeah. But yeah, like the Christmas, like so far the Christmas one is the worst one.
Yeah.
But I really
Yeah.
like that Stark one that that I watched this
For
morning.
sure.
So
I don't know, but I know some people had, varying reactions to What If. There's those who loved it, those who hated, those who were indifferent. Um, I thought the first season was really, really solid. There's a
it was
couple
good.
things in the first
Yeah.
season that didn't strike my fancy. Like
Right.
I didn't love the zombies episode to be completely honest with you. And that's like
Okay.
that's
Yeah.
what
Me too.
when they greenlit saying a whole series, I was like, I don't know if I want a whole show on this, but it's
Right.
all right.
Yeah.
But like with this one here, I don't feel like it's as good as the first one. When you finish the whole thing, you'll still say it's not a bad show overall.
Okay.
It's still entertaining, and that's fine. So it's What If at the end
Cool.
of the day. It has no negative ramifications. It's just Elseworld kind of things.
Right. Yeah. Cool, man. Yeah. I got a few things.
Go for it.
I got a few things. Okay. So the first, just to get it out of the way, Invincible season 2, they put 4 episodes out. That's good. It's Invincible. It's great. All right. I'm gonna go in order because I watched Invincible first. That was the first thing that I watched when I was off. Gran Turismo. I liked it.
Right?
I think it was good. I think it was actually a good movie.
A good video game
A good
movie.
video game
Finally,
movie. Yeah, because it's
you do
not
Super Mario Bros. In this.
right. Because it's not really based on a
No.
video game. It's based on a real life experience, right? And I think that's it had heart. It had
I
heart.
know.
It was good. It was
I
good.
know.
I really enjoyed it. I think it's like I don't know why it's like Orlando Bloom always he's kind of like the mellow Dwayne the Rock Johnson, where he plays himself in every movie, but he was just
Yes.
super mellow, right? So
Yes.
but yeah, it's Orlando Bloom, and David Harbour was good, and the kid was good. It's like I think everyone was really good in that movie, and Ginger Spice was the mom. Like, so I was like, okay, well, this is very interesting, but sure. I know
Sure.
it was. I liked it, man.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
liked it. Like no spoilers. Like legit, watch the movie. It's good. I
I
really
know.
enjoyed it. It surprised me. I was like, wow, this is like actually good. It
I
was.
know.
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it.
Now you can listen to my review on it. I tell you, it was
Right.
good.
Right. Yeah. And all right, and I'm gonna eat crow because I think Barbie was really good too.
I was trying to tell you that movie was gonna do good. You laughed at me. You said,
Bro,
"No, this
yeah.
isn't gonna make." I was like, "This is gonna make
The,
bonkers
bro,
money and stuff."
the thing is that they sold it as something that it was not. I think the move that okay, just going back to I'm gonna walk around eggshells on this one, right? But when we compare it to the stuff that Disney's doing in some of the movies,
Sure.
and I think this movie did what they're trying to do without being too like on the nose about it. And it was able to deliver the message without it being bad or cringe. Again, I was surprised by it because another movie that had heart is like it was very well done. Bro, the set designs in this movie are insane.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, it's like, again, I go back to Loki and shout out to the set design people because it was fantastic. But the set design in this movie is
Yeah.
is next level, dude. Like this is really good. And I think like the visuals overall were really good, right? Um, and again, it was able to deliver the message without being cringe, and I appreciated that. And it was I liked it. It was good. Like there's what am I gonna say about it, right?
I mean, my negative was I think it was a little bit overhyped, right? So people going into it got a
Okay,
little crazy. But I think
can
if you
see that.
watch it like how you did, like watching it, just like you came in with low expectations versus some
Like
people came in
tempered,
with
right?
like
Oh,
high expectations. If you know what I mean, I
okay.
think you'd have a good time. My issue was just I felt that it kind of beat the same drum over and over. So a couple sometimes I was like, okay, we get
Yeah,
it.
right, right, right,
But it's
right,
not necessarily saying that the movie's bad by any
right.
means. It was just like one of my criticisms.
No, and yeah, I can see that. I can see that. There's a yeah, yeah. No, I think you're right. I think you're right.
But like it's have you seen Oppenheimer yet?
No, I haven't seen it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, watch that and watch one that was a letdown for me.
Mm-mm.
It was Transformers: Rise of the Beast. Okay.
Here he goes.
I'm gonna do the rankings. I'm gonna do the rankings. Okay. Um, it's Transform, and I'm gonna be okay. I'm gonna do rankings and Transformers movies. I'm gonna be controversial in this one. It's
I like it. Go for it.
it's Michael Bay 1,
Okay.
Michael Bay 2,
Okay.
Bumblebee,
Okay.
this one, 3, 5, 6, right? I
Three,
think
four, five.
3, 4, 5. Yeah. 3, 4, 5. Yeah, right. Yeah, that's right. Because there's 5 Bay movies and then the two.
Last night
Right.
is the five.
Yeah, last night is the last one. Like at the
Mm-hmm.
bottom, you like scraping the bottom of the barrel is last night. Like I liked it. I think it's better than the third one. I don't like the third one. I think I don't like the third one because I just think the acting is really bad all across the
Mm-hmm.
movie. Like I think everyone's bad in that movie.
Mm.
Um,
Mm.
I think the first one by far was the best one. I know that the second one is controversial and it gets
Yeah,
hate.
that's the one that surprises me.
It gets
I'm not gonna
hate.
lie.
It gets hate, right?
I can't stand that
I
movie.
it has some weird thing. You know what? Let's do one Bumblebee, this one, and then the rest. And the rest in order as they came out.
Right.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
yeah. Like that's
Okay.
I think that's fair.
Okay.
I think that's the same rankings I would probably
Okay.
say as well.
Okay. Yeah. So, it wasn't bad by no means.
Yeah.
It was very enjoyable. Um it's
I
just
enjoyed
that
it, dude. I don't know.
it's just that it was not I I don't know what it was. I was expecting more.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what it was. Maybe I was expecting more. Also, like straight up, I love Peter Cullen's the man, right?
Oh yeah.
He is Optimus Prime, but you can tell that he's getting up there in age. Like he doesn't sound the same. So I know it's controversial again, and a lot of people is like, "Oh, well, if Peter Cullen doesn't do Transformers, then I'm not watching." Was well, what happens when Peter Cullen is not here anymore, right?
Don't say that.
I know, but
I know. I'm
it
just
sucks, but
that's what they're saying to you right now. The internet right now is, but
right,
don't
right, right.
say that.
I know, but
It's the
what
same
if?
thing with Vader and James Earl Jones.
Right, right? Yeah,
At some point, he started to talk a little in slow motion.
yeah,
Voice
because
is
you can,
starting to go a
yeah,
little.
when you get to Vader in Rogue One, you can totally tell that he's like
Be
he's
careful not
he's
to choke.
he's past, right? He's past the not no, he's not past like, but he's this moment past. That's what I want to say. I'm just I'm just slaying all these old people here now. I'm sorry,
Stop! Like,
but
open it. What's going
Peter Cullen
on?
is probably like pushing 80 already, right? He's probably already there, man. Like James Earl Jones is probably like 90, right? He is. He's like 91, 92,
He
right?
is. He's
Yeah.
kicking.
Like he's done. Like I'm not gonna watch it because James Earl Jones not gonna do Vader. It's like, well, dude, he's 92 years old. Would you want your 92-year-old grandpa to come out and it's like,
92. Yep.
man, like and Peter Cullen, how old? 81,
Peter Cullen is 82.
82. See, like you can tell that he's up there, and
He's turning 83 this year.
I think it's time to retire. Uh, I love you, Peter. You were the voice of my childhood, but
He's
it's
super is like
it,
like super active though. I mean,
he is, yeah,
like that's the thing for a guy that's 82. He's super lively. Um, yeah,
yep.
and he's actually gonna. He's ironically enough, he's actually gonna be coming here to Orlando.
Oh, okay. For MegaCon.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Let's stay tuned for the end. I'll give a little update here, guys.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a tease.
So there's a movie coming out this year, Joel, called Transformers One. It's an animated movie. I don't know if you heard about it.
Yeah, I have.
And you know who's voicing Optimus?
Helmsworth.
Yeah.
Not the
So
not the voice I would have imagined, but we'll see.
no, yeah, but we'll see. But again, right? It gets there. It's the Smurfs. When do you remember the Smurfs live action movies that came out 10, 15 years ago, whatever?
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. I couldn't
so
watch
so
them.
when I was watching that second one, I watched them because my wife loves
Sure,
Smurfs. Like she's
sure.
like a huge Smurfs nut.
It's
And
like it wasn't me, but I saw it anyways.
no, I mean it's like it's again going back to like
Sure,
childhood stuff, right?
sure.
So but when I watched that second one, I was like, man, Papa Smurf sounds rough. Like he doesn't sound the same. And then the movie ends. It's like in loving memory of the voice of Papa Smurf. I was like, I knew it. This guy was like on his deathbed and voicing Papa Smurf. I appreciate it. But at some point, you gotta let go, fans. Like fans, you gotta at some point you gotta let go, right? Hey, Carrie Fisher's gone, right? I wouldn't mind if Princess Leia gets recasted and there's
What is
movies
going
with
on?
Leia on. I'm just saying, dude.
We're
You
starting the new year. You're
you
so
can
meta right
tell.
now.
Look, okay, well, you know what?
Oh my
It's we're starting
gosh.
the new year, right? And I'm trying to
He's just
put
telling you're gone. You're just past your time. He's just like left and right.
I'm got I'm
2024. Let's go.
right 2040, yeah, 2024. Let's go. Let's kill the past, I guess, right?
Oh my
Like
gosh.
Peter Cullen and James Earl
This is
Jones and all
he
these
is going,
guys.
the fandom is in arms right now over everything you're saying.
Bro, but it's true. It's true. It's like what's gonna happen,
Oh
right?
my
It's
gosh.
like eventually you're gonna have to get them recast because these things are gonna go on far beyond after we're gone.
Artificial
This
intelligence.
right? I
That's
mean,
what's gonna happen.
could
That
it
that's
could,
why
and
people
that's
would
fine,
SAG after and these people protest stuff because they're gonna find a way to say,
right?
look, we're not gonna give other people jobs, but if you want to have that voice,
Right.
turn you artificial and use that
Like
voice.
again, the Vader on the
Hmm.
Obi-Wan show was
Artificial.
artificial, and it
Yep,
sounded
sounded
fine.
good.
Yeah,
Yeah, sounded good.
it sounded good. So, eventually Optimus is gonna be like that. And when it comes to like Optimus, which is not even like a real person or real character, right? Is a voice, right? It's like as long as the estate's fine with
Right.
them
Make a deal.
using Peter Cullen's like AI voice, that's totally fine, right? Again, it's like, well, the guy that, and it's the same with Frank Welker. Frank Welker is like a million
Yep.
years old, dude. He voiced
Yep.
like freaking Shaggy and Scooby Doo and all these people back in
Yep.
the 70s, and he's still going around, right? That's
Oh,
great,
for sure.
but eventually Frank Welker's not gonna be here. What?
Going
So
after everyone.
who's gonna voice Megatron? I know that the original voice of Starscream passed away.
Yeah.
And there's been some other voice actors like Uncle Phil. He passed away, and he voiced Shredder in the original TMNT show. In Shredder's Revenge, they used of course, you know, they used the voice actor that he left. I think after the fourth season, if I'm not wrong, third, fourth season probably. So they got that other guy that did Shredder after him came back and did the voice, right? That's fine, right? And again, like voice actors get recast a lot,
Yeah.
and but eventually, guys, we gotta. So here's my 2024 advice to the fandom. Sometimes you just gotta let go,
Wow.
and you know,
No, I agree.
and
I
and
agree.
and embrace, I guess, change, future stuff. It's whatever, but you gotta, right. You can't be hung up on the past, and I'm over the sequels, but and I love the original trilogy, and you know what, the sequels happened, and I'm fine with that. Fine with that. Um, am I missing anything? Let me go check my notes because I did make notes for this. Again, I'm trying to keep myself organized for this year. So,
I like it. I
uh,
like it.
let's see.
Have you started Echo?
That's it. No, I have not started Echo.
Okay.
But yeah, what if just those 4 episodes?
Yep. I'm
And
two
that's
episodes in with Echo. 2 episodes in,
okay.
and so
I
far for
heard
episode one, really good. Episode two, okay.
okay.
We'll see how it goes.
I heard mixed
Same.
reactions. Yeah.
Same.
I heard
Yeah.
I heard it's good, but that kind of, a lot of
You, when
that.
you see the first episode, you're gonna be like, "This is amazing." I don't see why people don't like the first episode's really good.
Okay.
Second episode is where I started to go, huh.
Okay.
We'll see. We'll see. I
All
don't
right.
know. I'll finish it out and maybe I'll love it. I don't know.
Cool. All right. Um I guess we can just go ahead and since we're talking Echo, go into some of the topics that we have for this week. And all right. So, I mean, we kind of knew but it's finally confirmed that the Netflix Marvel shows are part of the MCU timeline canon.
Yeah.
So all those shows, Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Iron Fist, and Luke Cage and Punisher, those are officially part of the MCU. We kind of knew there's some things on Daredevil. It's like, oh, they're referring to like the incident and what happened in New York and all that, right? It was like
Yeah.
we kind of knew that they were referring to the Avengers. So it's good to see that they actually are part of the universe now.
Yeah.
Now, would this mean that by them doing this, are they retconning She-Hulk?
Mm.
Because you can tell that Matt Murdock is a different character in that movie,
Oh yeah.
in that show, not movie.
Yeah.
But could they be retconning that? Because now they're probably not messing around with No Way Home because you can tell that that's the Netflix
Mm-hmm.
Martin Murdoch. So
Mm-hmm.
see that
Yep.
there's
Yep.
inconsistencies, and so you know what? Let's go ahead and in my head, She-Hulk is retconned.
So I'm not without spoiling.
Okay,
You know he's Echo.
yeah,
You
he's
know
there.
he's in Echo.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
not trying to spoil,
that's,
but
that's not a
he's in it,
spoiler, but
right?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So he's wearing the red suit in Echo, and it's definitely Netflix Daredevil.
Okay, good.
Like he's definitely that one. This is a mature Daredevil, where like She-Hulk, he's wearing the yellow suit. So this just that on that premise even alone is a good way of kind of like Elseworlds. I think that they will revisit She-Hulk at some point. I don't think it's going to be a new show. But I think like the fact that we're in a multiverse saga right now
Mm,
gives them the opportunity to still like just do random stuff if they really want to.
right.
But they have no inclination or need to do it right now. But yeah, like this is great news because a lot of people loved they not as much the
Yeah,
shows like Jessica Jones and Luke Cage and Iron Fist and some. They didn't get that much love those shows. Each of those shows had multiple seasons, so it's good enough to have you had viewership
totally.
numbers.
Yeah,
Um, but like it's still I think the characters fundamentally like the people who portrayed them, the actor who portrayed Luke Cage. I don't want anyone else. Like if they can bring him back like that'd be perfect. He looked like Luke Cage. He talked like Luke Cage. It was great, right? The show itself, you know,
yeah.
Jessica Jones, same kind of thing. And I'm trying to remember. I think wasn't allegedly rumors or Jessica Jones is already in the Born Again series. I think, which they're supposedly rewriting a lot of that right now.
Right. See, because
Um,
that was supposed to be a reboot, and
right.
now and that's no longer a reboot.
No, no,
That's a continuation, right?
correct.
So, yeah, yeah. I heard that she's gonna be. I heard that too. So,
Yeah.
um,
So
yeah,
they're connecting it. You're right. Like
and then
Netflix
there's
is
Iron
canon.
Fist. It's like-
Actor again, not bad. I didn't really like any of it, so
it's
that's the one that
okay.
they could just
So,
redo all
like
that.
season one, like it had moments, but season two, I lasted one episode, man, and I couldn't watch
Wow.
anymore. So it's like I'm done. Like it's I don't know. I don't nothing on the actor, right? It was
Yeah.
just that he was so like he was too stoic. And he didn't show a lot of emotion. And I understand that like he went through like some traumatizing thing and ended up in a mystical monk thing and
Right. It's like a monastery
right, a
thing. Like,
monastery, but and I understand that and it's part of the character, but I just couldn't connect, right?
mhm.
Yeah. So, versus like Daredevil and Jessica Jones, which have they're more relatable characters overall. So, especially with Daredevil. Like, dude, it's like when they said that the Daredevil, they're not gonna, Karen and Foggy were not coming back. I was like, why are you even making this show, dude? It's like,
Yeah,
why are
the
you even
heart of it.
bothering?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't know if it's confirmed if they're going to be back or not, but I mean, they're still writing
But
or is
Punisher
pre.
was good.
Punisher was great. Both
Punisher was
seasons
good.
were awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like Punisher is legit good. Yeah. yeah, that was good. That was good. So it like that was like that. Well, because Daredevil was good too. Like it was like overall, it was actually very very good. But yeah, Punisher was legit. It was
Are
the
you
real deal.
familiar with the comic Original Sin when they did that had that run?
Sounds
Who
familiar.
shot the Watcher?
No.
This whole thing, the Watcher dies and like this whole like was is murdered by someone in the universe, whatever. This whole thing, yeah, like that's a series that a storyline that I don't think they should do just yet. Like, let's get through X-Men, all this kind of stuff.
Right.
But I would love to see them adapt something like that. And the characters and that they have here in the Netflix stuff, obviously Punisher being a big one, and that would be great to have in an adaptation. Like Marvel, I'm giving you free information right now. Like there's a story out there as a comic. Just saying, maybe you might want
yeah.
to look out for if you're
Dude,
looking
I,
for
I
for
still
fresh
I still
material.
want I still want like a proper Maximum Carnage. Like
Oh
with
yeah,
like with Cap and
yeah.
Iron Fist and
Oh yeah,
you know Cloak and Dagger. Like I still
hundred
I still
percent.
want that. And they could. I mean, we're to the point where they can probably lead up to it and make it happen. So I
I
would
think
like
so.
I would like to see that, like a proper one. So
I I forgot Madame Web is like next month. I was going through my
oh yeah,
AMC thing and I was like, Oh my gosh, it is next month. I'm gonna watch it, dude. I'll tell you how it
Yeah.
goes.
Do
But
you see that
for sure.
Kong Godzilla got moved?
Moved,
Or
I
yeah,
know. I
got
know.
yeah.
It's
It's
coming
earlier
sooner.
now. Yeah.
Are you gonna go out and see that one, you think?
I don't know. Depends on the reviews.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I know the reviews is gonna be they're gonna be all over the place
Yeah.
because this is not a movie that
It's not a
you
real
know it's
movie.
not a real movie.
It's not a real movie.
It's
Like
just
let's
fun.
call it what it is. I'm gonna see it, but it's not a real movie.
Right.
Come
Right. Right.
on.
Are you gonna go see Final Fantasy? Because
I might.
that's gonna be at the movie theaters. The
I might, dude.
Advent Children Complete. Yeah, it's
Why
coming out
not?
next
You
week,
know?
I think.
If I
Yeah,
have time, I might.
yeah. I never bought a 4K for that. I have two. I
Yeah.
have the DVD. Do I still have the DVD? I don't know if I donated it. I probably gave it to Goodwill or something. I have the Blu-ray for Complete, and
Okay, yeah.
I think Complete is a good movie. Like it's if you're
Yeah.
if you even if you're vaguely familiar with like the
Hmm.
game, it's still a good movie. So
Nice, nice,
like I would like to see it in the movie theater. Honestly,
nice.
it's I haven't watched it in so long. I'm gonna go out of my way one of these days and watch it. It's like
Me time.
with the surround sound. But yeah, man, that's that's coming out. Yeah, I recommend it. It's like just to get and I find it interesting that they're releasing this movie now, and we're 7 weeks away from um, Rebirth from Final Fantasy VII
Yeah.
Rebirth coming out, and I find it really interesting that they're doing the movie now and Rebirth is coming out because guess what? Remake was not a remake; it was a
Mm-hmm.
sequel.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man!
Yep.
So there
Yep.
you go.
Yep.
So that's it's clear that it's a sequel now because they're
Yeah.
just doing the movie before the game comes out, and
For
there's a
sure.
lot of a lot of little details in the first game that is like this is Advent Children stuff. This is not from the old game. So yeah,
For sure.
cool. Yeah, I'm glad that Marvel's putting stuff in their universe and making good use of it. So I'm happy about that. Joe, got a funny title for our episode today. If you are watching or will be listening later on, and we out of nowhere, I wasn't expecting this. No one predicted this because apparently like everyone's been fired for like months now, right? And she has no email still. And John Favreau has been blacklisted from Star Wars. But there is the Lucasfilm announced that they are making they're calling it The Mandalorian and Grogu colon the movie. Change that name, please. Come up with something else. Don't call it that, please. Don't call it that. But but yeah, they announced that they were making a movie, Joe. Mando movie. We expected this to be later. That could be the Filoni movie that's going to bring everything together. But this could be like the first, or I don't want to say the first piece because there's been many pieces already, but a big piece of what that movie could be. Are you excited about this? Because I am.
Yeah, I mean, Star Wars needs this. I was getting into a conversation with some people that you know as well, some colleagues about, look, I love Andor. This is not a knock on Andor. I like Andor. Andor is really good. Andor is something I'd recommend people to watch. But The Mandalorian fundamentally gives us the feeling of Star Wars that Star Wars has been missing. Like it knows how to play on what was, and you have plenty of references to what has been in the past, and even bringing to life afresh some of the animated stuff. Like it's connected everything. Mandalorian has been the glue to all of Star Wars in that sense. I think a lot of people did have issues with season three. I didn't
I
have this issue, but a lot of people had the issue of like, why is Bo-Katan being featured more than Mando? I'm like, it's called The Mandalorian. It's not called,
a
uh
Mandalorian.
Din Djarin, like
Yeah,
it's
yeah. There you
like
go.
you can feature another
There you go.
Mandalorian. But when you say the Mandalorian and Grogu, I think that's actually a good point of marketing because let's face it, we always said Baby Yoda was going to be the future of everything of Star Wars once
Right.
the money started flowing, and it's still working very well and giving Star Wars the fresh hope it needs. But you nailed it, the head on the coffin when was saying that this is not the first piece, but the first big chess piece out of a bigger storyline because I have talked about it before, and my prediction was a little wrong on the storyline, but like I've said it before that I remember when Chapek, when he first came in, and one of his early on when he was talking about the time when they renewed Kathleen's contract. One of the things I remember him talking about on the call at the time with the investors was they see a path where they can have TV series that then translate into a film, like lead up to feature films. And that was something that he was basically alluding to was going to be something they were going to do with the Mandalorian. And I always assumed, like how you said, the Dave Filoni one that was already announced. Oh, that's going to be a Mandalorian
That's gonna
movie.
be
That's
it.
just
Yeah.
how I assumed. So when I said, "Wait, this is not the same thing
No.
as a Dave Filoni movie. This is something different." The fact
Right.
that it came on a random announcement on X that's how they decided to do it, cool. But I think that there's something to be said about this. Probably has been in the works. They probably were negotiating with John, and they just said like, "Okay, it's going to go into production. We're going to need to make this as a formal announcement." So that's the reason why we got it when we did. I ain't mad about it. I love it. But I'm curious how this connects to what Dave said because my original assumption back when they made that announcement with Chapek or when he was alluding to it was like, oh, it's going to be a movie where they all have to return for the Battle of Mandalore and it's going to be everybody out there and they're going to
And
find something
that's
there. But they already
and that's
did that.
already did. Yeah.
They
Yeah.
already
They already
did
did
that.
that.
And it wasn't what I would have liked it to be, but it's been done. So now there's something bigger being planned. There's going to be whatever comes in this next season of Mando. We're going to be watching very closely. I think Ahsoka is going to tie into it very much as well. How
Right.
they do it, I don't know, but I cannot wait, Obed. I'm very pumped for this.
Yeah. No, I'm really excited. I'm really excited. And I hope that they have classic characters in it. And I hope
Luke,
that they are not CG. I hope that they recast and they get a proper actor, man. I just hope. Like, again, gotta let go. I know that Mark's the man. I love Mark to death, dude.
what's going on?
Mark is the man. But you gotta let go.
Oh my
You
god.
gotta let go. Sebastian Stan's a great actor. He does look a lot like young Mark Hamill. Put him in there.
I mean, the guy who did the body work for
Oh
him.
yeah, the stunt
I don't
double.
know how his
Yeah,
acting chops are, because I know the voice was a little different there, but
right.
he still looked all right too.
Yeah, yeah. No, they can. I don't mind it. Again, if it's to tell a story and to keep fans happy, do it. Heck, I would bring the dude that played Han Solo in the Solo movie and play
Yeah,
Han
yeah,
Solo
I
again.
agree.
Just
I
make
agree.
give him some makeup, have him grow a beard or something, whatever. I don't,
Yep.
you know, and do it. Don't be afraid. We'll be fine. We'll be fine.
They
We'll
have
be
to be
fine.
careful though. It's Star Wars. I think that's why they're going to
No,
be cautious. But I agree.
yeah,
Play homage to what was.
right,
Push forward a new story.
totally,
Make it awesome and a fun adventure.
yeah, yeah. And again, going back to, I mean, it's canceled. It's not gonna happen. Never gonna happen. Based on those guys in YouTube, right? Because they're always right. They're always right.
Oh, we made
Ahsoka season 2 is currently in development. So Dave Filoni is currently writing. There's already concept art for it, guys. We all knew this was gonna happen. You all over there just going, it was like it's canceled. They don't listen to fans. You're having a hissy fit on YouTube, and I was over here. It's like I don't believe it for 1 second. But hey, you guys need the clicks, right? We're over here chilling, having a good time, and yeah, man, it's happening. It's happening. We all knew it was gonna happen. Like this was like, if this was like the just the idea of it not happening, like I know that we don't trust KK, but
It's
this was
obvious.
like it was so that the idea that this was not gonna happen was so disconnected that not even that made sense. So
Iger would have made this thing happen no matter what.
right, right, he would have. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And again, this is leading up to a movie. This it's
Hmm.
gonna happen. Right? We all like in your heart of hearts, you all knew it was gonna happen. It's just that you needed the clicks, right? You needed the angry clickbait, and the fans going. It's like, oh, I knew they were gonna cancel it because it was good, and they cancel everything that's good because they just want to make that Ray movie. I have opinions about that. I'm not gonna talk about it. I'm not gonna talk about it, Joe. But you know, Ahsoka season 2 is happening, Joe. I'm excited.
Tread lightly, I like it. Yeah, Ahsoka season 2 happening. I love the image they put out for the announcement. I was like, man, they're on fire this week. Like,
Right, right,
we got Mando and Grogu movie, and Ahsoka season 2. Like, great start off to New Year's for Star Wars. Good job, Disney. I think this series they have to push it right away. We all were expecting it right away, but of course, unfortunately, there was a strike at the time when
right.
the last season came out. So this is the timing they probably need to negotiate, figure out schedules, and now they're ready to pursue the timing. Is it going to probably take a couple years? Yes, for us to actually see it.
Yeah,
Um, and that's the unfortunate thing, like we'll probably be talking 2025 or early 2026 that we'll probably be seeing this. And that's it's tough saying it right now because I want to see it tomorrow, but it's good to see that there's a plan. Like Star Wars needs to consistently stick
right.
to the script and execute something that's going to be really awesome. And again, Disney,
A
good job
million
starting off the
percent.
year with these announcements. Give them space. Let them do what they gotta do. Filoni, I trust you. And yeah, if you're gonna bring in the Mortis God, sorry, spoilers,
Oh,
the Mortis gods, and you're gonna, Balin Skull says something is calling out to him that is way more different than the Jedi and the Sith and anything we've seen before. Like there's stuff they're gonna get into. We need to strap in and be prepared because season 2 is gonna be something special.
yeah.
Let's not get too excited, but I'm excited.
Right, exactly. Yeah, temper expectations, and this is not going to happen for a while. But in the meantime, we're going to get Andor season 2, and we're going to
Yep.
get Skeleton Crew. And if you want to go ahead and watch The Acolyte, you can do that. I already said that I am not going to watch it.
I'll
Uh,
tell you how it is. At least the
but
first
yeah,
at least the first three.
Joe, yeah, Joe
This
will
might be the
be
first one I don't
Joe.
finish a full Star Wars show. We'll
Joe
see.
will watch it vicariously on my behalf, and he'll tell me how it goes. Um, yeah, so there's stuff happening, right? And that's good, finally. So, and they did confirm that the Filoni movie is going to happen. The Ray movie is happening, possibly. Like, again, I don't want to get too negative, but
No, but it
there's
hasn't been even shot being it hasn't even been filmed yet.
right,
Like they're at the
but
point
there's
where
there's
if
rumors, there's rumors out there that, again, like Bob was very clear. It's like we want to move into this direction, and I know that these things have caused problems for us in the past when we want to move away from that, and then they go and said the thing, and I was like, okay, well,
yeah, I mean like
you know,
I think Ray will be back.
yeah,
But is that movie gonna still happen? I don't know.
yeah,
I don't know.
yeah. We'll see, we'll see.
It might evolve.
It could potentially, yeah, totally. Joel, talk about evolving. Um, there's rumors out there. Again, take this with a grain of salt, but the writing has been on the wall. I've talked about it. We've discussed it before. Xbox.
Yeah.
So they allegedly had a rough year last year when it comes to console sales. So they were outsold 3-1 versus the PS5. Not to mention the Switch being a huge hit. Um, it all started with rumors that um, Hi-Fi Rush was coming out to a competitor system, which more than likely will Switch. And unfortunate because the Switch is the Switch, right? It won't be able to
Yeah.
do the same performance and graphic fidelity that you get out of an Xbox or a PS5. But nevertheless, if Hi-Fi Rush comes out on the Switch, I'll probably buy it straight up. That's a game that I was actually looking forward to playing.
Yeah.
So that said, following those rumors, there was an article out there, and then there was a couple articles out there. Even Forbes talked about it too. That Microsoft may be just abandoning the hardware and just straight up going publisher. They're doing the Sega, right? They're doing the Sega, but with money. So when Sega did this, they were broke. And now there's a huge difference, right? Um, I think, Joe, not because I'm a console warrior. Uh, I'm putting my businessman hat on right now. If I'm getting outsold 3-1, I have to spend millions in R&D for design, graphic, whatever the R&D process is for the Xbox controller, peripherals, whatever. What if I don't have to spend that money and still make all the money back
Mm.
by just letting my games be on PlayStation and Switch and PC, and we don't have to worry about warranties, we don't have to worry about batteries, we don't have to worry about systems, getting damaged, or we don't have to worry about shipping. It just makes too much sense, right? And now that they have all this gigantic library from Activision, all these other studios that they purchased in the last 5 years, it makes too much sense for them to make this choice, right? I'm not fanboying. I was like, we won the console wars. I'm a PlayStation guy, but I again, this could be a detriment to PlayStation because then PlayStation could get complacent and just screw us over with like bad policies. And just having that competition kept PlayStation in line, kept them in check. And that's something that I don't know how I feel about that. Could there be, is there, is there a place for a third console? Yes. Who's it going to be? I don't know. You know, I think that the plan is for them to just go straight publishing and not having to worry about it. I just don't think that they're not making any money selling consoles. You could buy an Xbox anytime, anywhere during the holidays, right? You could go to Costco that had Xboxes, Sam's had Xboxes, Target had Walgreens had Xboxes. Like everyone had Xboxes for sale during the holidays. Like you could go ask for one and you'll get one with crazy prices too. Like the prices were great. So they're losing money, and I think that they just want to move away from that. I don't know. If you did you hear the news? I think it was either this week or last week. Um, that that Microsoft is no longer making PC peripherals like mice and keyboards and all that.
No, I didn't see
Yeah,
that.
they're
That's
gonna
real?
they're licensing it out to another. Hold on, to another builder.
Yeah, I didn't see that at all. Wow.
Hold on one sec.
So
So
they own the rights to, or they're making cash off of
it's
it, but someone else is
it's gonna
developing
be
them.
it's gonna be Microsoft branded, but someone else is gonna make it for them.
Okay.
Yeah. Uh,
Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, I
Peripherals.
mean, Microsoft seems to be going that route where very partnership based.
Yeah. In case.
Okay.
So yeah. So it was announced Friday last week that In Case was gonna take over the manufacturing for the peripherals. They're gonna be Microsoft branded, but In Case is gonna make them.
Okay.
Yep. So yeah, I mean, they could go the 3DO route. Hear me out, because the 3DO on paper was a great idea, but what if they go, hey Samsung, hey LG, hey Panasonic, you can make your own Xbox and we'll sell you the games, and that way they don't have to worry about having to make a console.
See, but wouldn't that cost them more? Like than just putting
Oh,
games on existing like a Switch and a PS5? Then
it
tell all
would.
those guys to make
They would
stuff?
still make money because they. I mean, this other companies would have to pay them for to use the Xbox name, but they can go.
But why would they be inclined to do it if Microsoft was already selling to make hardware themselves? Why are they going to make the hardware for these games? Like, what makes them bite at it?
No,
Say
no,
we
no. Well,
want to do this.
Microsoft is not going to make the hardware. They
That's what
can,
I'm saying.
so they don't
Like,
have to worry about dealing with hardware. They'll tell these companies, or these are the specs. You build it,
but if
right?
I'm the company that they're coming at, I'm
Right.
asking, why do I need to make the hardware if you guys already didn't have success making hardware and it's selling? Why am I
Well,
going to
that's
make the
a
hardware to sell?
that's a job for Mister Samsung to figure out.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm him, I'm saying like, why am I got you couldn't sell your hardware
Right.
with games.
Right.
Why am I gonna make it? And then you want to sell like why what
Because
is the benefit that I get out
well,
of this
because you can
if
probably
it's
make it for cheaper than we did. Because you have
that's
the fact
probably true.
because you have the factory to do it.
Right. That's probably true. It's
So
probably
I
true.
mean,
Samsung TVs built in. You
yeah,
buy
dude.
Universal,
Built in Xbox on Samsung TVs.
maybe Microsoft still makes the controllers. They still have their
Yeah,
Xbox
sure.
controllers be their
Why not?
thing, and then like it connects with all these different
Yeah, it
devices.
was like a
But
universal
are we
controller. Yeah.
overcomplicating it? I just don't see a world where this
No,
works.
I
I
don't.
don't
I don't
see a
know.
world where this
It.
works.
It. I
I think
think.
Game Pass still has to be it, bro.
Well, Game Pass is it.
That's what
They're
I'm
because they're
saying.
getting away from all like did like
But I think you're
they
gonna
already
have to
said
have a
it.
PC. You're gonna have to have a PC, and you're gonna have to get Game Pass, and that's gonna be your Xbox.
Yeah. Well,
I don't
that's the
think
thing.
this,
It's
and
like
maybe some Game Pass on like a Switch or on
on
PS5, and
PS5.
that's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. Exactly. Or the streaming one on TVs
Right.
on a
I
Google
don't think there's any
TV.
world where they keep making hardware or have other people
I,
make hardware. It's hard for me to envision this.
well, they I don't know. I mean, it's a possibility. Anything's possible, right? But this was me just thinking, just going
Yeah,
crazy,
yeah.
going out there wild.
I
It's like
like it.
because
Yeah.
LG did uh, a 3DO when they were a Gold
Yeah.
Star.
Yeah.
They did a 3DO. Panasonic did a 3DO. Sanyo did a 3DO. Like different companies like did 3DOs, and that's what the main point of 3DO was. Is like you make the hardware, you make the money on the hardware, we'll sell you the games, and you know that's win for everyone, right? It didn't pan
Right.
out because the hardware was too expensive back then, and the games were 3DO had its limitations. It was a step further than what the Genesis and the SNES were at the time, and definitely the Jaguar. I think that the 3DO is a much superior system than the Jaguar. Problem was that when the PS1 like
Yeah.
rained on everyone's parade, dude. They announced that thing with that price and those games, dude. Freaking Tekken and Ridge Racer. Forget about it. It's done. Yeah. So I think that was they would have been more success. I think everyone would have been more successful if PlayStation didn't happen, but it happened, right? And here we are. So just going back to it, I think that it's tough again because there's got to be someone to keep PlayStation in check. I think Sega's in a position where they could release something as a third console, but they're probably not going to be able to compete
Hmm.
with either PlayStation or Nintendo, right?
Hmm.
I think a lot of people, myself included, will buy a Sega brand. What if Sega takes Xbox and makes the Sega Xbox and they just play Xbox Game Pass on it? I would buy it. I would, you know what? That's all you need for me. That's all you need for me to buy an Xbox. Just release a Sega branded Xbox and I'll buy it. But
Just put the sticker on it, the name.
just put,
Oh, it's
put on the box. All you gotta put on the box. You gotta make it look
I'm gonna
nice.
make some kind. I'm gonna make some kind of some kind of meme out of this. I'm
dude.
telling you, bro.
You're gonna buy me a
Xbox,
you're
nah.
gonna buy me a
Sega.
Series S and put a Sega sticker on it and give it to me.
And he's gonna be like, I
Here's your
love it.
here's your Xbox. Here's your Sega Xbox. Dang it.
Sega box.
You're just so right though. But
Sega
but yeah,
exclusive.
man. I mean, do you think this thing tracks? Do you think this is a possibility? I think it is. We talked about it in the past, but based on the information that we got out this week, the information about NK's making the peripherals and them kind of moving away from this making stuff, what do you think?
I think this is 100% valid. What exactly happens? I don't think many predictions are going to be that accurate, except for the fact of I still believe the death of consoles for Xbox is coming. Either they're going to downgrade or they're going to altogether just cut it. They have to do something very radical to survive. But the mere fact that Forbes, this is where we're referencing this, by the way, guys.
Right.
This is Forbes putting out this article piece about all the sources and information that they put together about the third party rumors around Xbox and now say ain't looking too bright for the future and it makes you wonder about the strategy of Microsoft with Xbox. That is a stamp of validity. That is something where you cannot downplay. If Forbes is talking about your favorite franchise having issues going forward, something's going to give. You need to buckle up and get ready for what's to come. Now, it is a long term thing, meaning that we're not going to find out this out tomorrow, and we're probably not going to find out by the end of this year what that strategy is. The point is, they're in the phases now of saying what do we do because they probably have had some R&D on a new console.
Right.
There's probably a group right now who are looking at the Xbox Series XL or whatever they want to call the thing. I don't know. There's
Excel's not a
probably
bad name.
it
It's
isn't.
not a bad name, Joe.
Not a bad name.
Because it's like if
It's
Series
free.
X, you do the XL, you get AK and stuff. It's not a
Yeah.
bad name. I gotta say.
No.
Yeah.
Series
I mean
XL.
the whole series thing is a dumb
It
like
is.
moniker for the
You
consoles,
gotta
but
embrace it at this point.
yeah, exactly. Embrace the silliness of it. Yeah.
You know, the Series XL, and then it's like it's big, big, bad, and powerful, like and you put hardcore games on it and just go embrace it. But yeah, like they probably have a group right now to working on that. Same way right now, Sony's been working on the PlayStation 6.
Right.
Like there's already been or playing work on that. Nothing's coming out anytime soon. You're looking at close to 2028 probably when we start talking about next gen is what my I would
Proper.
start
Yeah.
assuming, right? Um so my point being is we're so like this is these rumors, we won't find out the fruition of it for a long time. However, I think history will look back on moments like this where we're on video saying I obit I do not see a world where it is not just them radically changing their business model in the sense of probably ending the hardware line and just going completely cloud based. But yeah, we'll find out. I think these rumors are profound.
Yeah. Yeah. And he tracks again with Best Buy getting rid of physical media, including games, right? So something's happening. Like people know, like retailers know what's up, and they're getting ready for it. So yeah, like is getting rid of movies,
Yeah,
and Best Buy is getting rid of movies and games. Like if you want to buy a game physical, you got to order it. So yeah, like something's happening, and they know retailers know, and
for sure.
they're prepping for it. And there's the leaks from last year about the remodeled Series X without the drive that supposedly launches sometime this year. There's rumors about PS5 Pro coming out this year. Switch, like those, every week there's something new about Switch 2. I don't know if you saw
Yeah,
that. There's a
yeah,
leak from Game Shark that supposedly they already have a date in September for it. And they're supposedly a Nintendo Direct in a few weeks. Like I think the first week in February or something like that. So things are moving, things are shifting. I think
Yeah.
Nintendo's moving to an all digital console as well. PlayStation with their modular console, they're just prepping you for that, right? We'll get there. Eventually, we'll get there. I think, like honestly speaking, and I know it kind of stinks, but like if it's not like a collector's or special edition game from now on, like starting this year, I think I'm just gonna buy it digital. Like if I like I'm buying Final Fantasy, uh, the deluxe edition, right?
Mhm.
But anything else that comes out this year, like I'm looking to buy Resident Evil Village, right? I'd rather just wait for a sale on PSN and buy it there and not have a disc for it.
Switch, same thing. You buying a Switch
Switch
game
probably
digital?
same thing. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Um, we bought a couple of digital games over the holidays um, for the Switch, and I bought I was looking for it on disc, right? But it was like $7 on PSN. The Mega Man X collection. I just wanted 1 through 4. I don't care about the other ones. The other ones are garbage.
Right.
So, 6 is okay. But I just wanted those. I was like, okay, yeah, that's what I wanted. It's $7. All right, great,
Hmm.
awesome. All right, cool. I got it. And I think that's what I'm gonna do from now on. If it's like a big game, and then I'm buying a collect like a deluxe edition or something,
Right.
then I'll get it uh physical. If it's just like a deluxe edition, like for example, DMC5 or DMC5 come out, the deluxe is only you get like bonus stuff.
Mm.
Like it doesn't even have it has different box art, but it didn't have anything other than that. But if it's like that, I'll just buy it digital from now on, honestly
Okay.
speaking. So I'm ready to move on.
Okay.
And again, I'm ready to move on. It's tough,
Yeah.
not getting things, in physical media. That's gonna be tougher for me than getting AI Optimus Prime. But I gotta embrace the change. I gotta embrace that change. So,
Sure.
and I'm ready. Clutter. You are gonna be moving soon, sir.
Yes.
Yeah, gonna get start packing all that. It's not fun.
Nope.
Packing is not fun. I hated it.
Nope.
I moved a bunch of times before moving to the house. And I'm just glad that I could just be here at least for now. So and not have
Nice.
to pack anything. So, yeah, man. And I'm actually getting ready to. Over the holidays I cleaned up half of my garage, and I'm
Ah.
getting ready to clean up the other half. And I know I have a big box of DVDs there. A lot of those are gonna go. A lot of
Wow.
those are gotta go. Like
Physical media, man.
a lot of those DVDs gotta go, man. I'm
Wow.
only keeping like a very select few. But what I have in the room here stays because that's like
Hmm.
li- our prime, and I haven't added anything since what No Way Home, probably Dragon Ball superhero.
Yeah.
Um,
I know once Marvel started putting
yeah,
all their stuff on Disney Plus, I was like, I don't have to buy this.
I don't have anymore. Yeah,
Um,
so yeah, it's again, it stinks, but
mm-hmm.
we gotta embrace it.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
is what it
totally.
is, right?
Totally.
Again, see if you love it, buy it physical, right? If
Yeah.
it's something again like the best example I can always bring is uh the Snyder Cut, right? As soon as it came out on Blu-ray, I went and got a copy because WB can just yank it out and it's gone forever, right? And I can't watch
Yep.
it. So that's the best example I can give you, right? It's like as I did it is like if you like it and if you like something and you want to support it, go ahead and buy the physical
Oh man,
version.
that reminds me. I didn't even talk about Rebel Moon. If you watch it this weekend, maybe I don't
Okay,
know if
okay,
you are
okay.
plan on it. But
Yeah.
if you do, we could talk about it next episode.
Okay, cool, cool. Yeah. I mean, I didn't watch it because of the reviews. I was actually hyped for it, and reviews came out, and I was
Yeah,
like, I'd rather watch Gran Turismo. Oh, Gran Turismo.
it was good.
And
Grizz was good.
I actually enjoyed it. So, um, yeah, man. All right, we'll see where this Xbox thing ends up. Again, these are all rumors, but we've talked about it in the past. It could happen. Like I don't know, Joe. Joe Nolo Time's been known for actually nailing our predictions. So unlike other YouTubers,
Yeah.
so
Well, we don't have to put fake news out there. We've been around enough to know how the industry moves. And so we're not making wild baseless predictions based on how we feel. It's based on what we've seen and what we can anticipate. We do can admit when we're wrong. I mean, Obed, you might be eating a pizza with pineapple if Disney's not sold this year. That's what you put. I have it written. It is written.
oh no.
You said. Well,
Oh,
I'm pulling it up
oh
right now.
no, no, no. But
One
to
another
Apple
one. Obed
though,
will eat a shrimp if Sony doesn't make an acquisition between now, which at the time was September, and
in
March of
March.
2024. You also said if there's not at least an announcement of a deal between Apple and Disney, or just Disney in general being sold, you have pineapple on pizza this year. So you got till December
Oh, bro,
31st, 2024.
bro.
Came out with some big predictions, man.
Yeah,
Those are the
yeah.
ones that we'll see. We put put your mouth where your words
I,
are.
I will, and
You stand behind yourself.
I'm
You feel
a
that.
man of my word. I don't have to, squirm around. You know, I'm
You still
at
think by March there's gonna be a big acquisition with Sony?
from Sony. Well, now that these guys are going third party, more than likely they're just gonna sit back and watch the ship go down.
Get that shrimp ready.
Yeah, yeah, okay. Hey, you know what?
Oh, that reminds me. I got the picture. I got to post.
Oh, yeah, you do. my
Maybe I'll
ne-
clip this and put that as the picture.
my
It'll be good.
nemesis. There you go. Yeah. But yeah, yeah, we'll see what happens. Joel, it's great to be back, man. Good to be here with you guys talking about stuff we love. And again, we try to be as welcoming as possible, and
Yeah.
we hope that you guys have fun listening to us. So,
Yeah.
Joe, in the meantime, sir, where can everyone find us?
Absolutely. Thank you all so much for sticking with us. You can be subscribed to No Load Time on podcast platforms of your choice, places like Spotify, Amazon Music, SoundCloud, Apple Music. We're out there. Subscribe to No Load Time for the audio versions there. Additionally, we'd ask you to subscribe to our YouTube channel if you're not already. Hit that subscribe button, like the videos, write a comment, share these episodes with your friends and family. Would really appreciate that. Additionally, we'd ask you to follow us on our social media channels, places like X, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Threads. We're on these platforms. Go ahead and follow No Load Time. That's at No Load Time on those places. If you're watching right now, the video version, you can see those handles down below.
That probably
Additionally, if
needs to
you
be
are,
updated this year, Joe.
yeah, it does. Then I will also say, if you guys would follow us on Twitch, No Load Times, No Load Time all together on Twitch. You can follow us there. And last but not
Nothing
least, if
ever
you have
happens on Twitch anymore, but sure.
hey, you know what? We might stream live. Also, shout out to the people, unfortunately, who got laid off recently. Sorry to hear it, guys. Hope you guys land on your feet good. And then also, we also have an opportunity for you to send in emails with your question, comments, or feedback. Send an email to noloadtime@gmail.com. That's noloadtime@gmail.com. And maybe, just maybe, we'll even have what your question or comment featured on a future episode. Before we wrap this, I do want to take a moment, as I talked about before with MegaCon. We stay tuned. We do have some news coming very soon. Both, if not just me, will be there at MegaCon this year. There's a very strong possibility we will not just be at MegaCon, but we may be actually in a different way than maybe some of you might be expecting, where you may be able to actually come and meet us. Oh, I'll leave it at that. I'll leave it at
Oh,
that. MegaCon
dang.
Orlando. Let's talk. Let's make this happen. But
Let's do it.
yes, we'll keep you guys posted. Next week's episode, we should have more formal update on it. But yeah, look forward to being there and covering it.
Yep, totally. Thank you guys. Stay safe. We will see you again next time.